cold hands taking hold of me. When God is gone and the devil takes hold, who will have mercy on your soul? Silver, no gold, nothing satisfies me but your soul. Oh, I am deaf, none can excel. I'll open the doors to heaven or hell. Oh, death, won't you spare me till another year? Oh, death, won't you spare me till another year? Oh, death, my name is Death, and the end is here. Good evening, shareholders. It is time to bring to the stage our Chief Executive Officer at Death Incorporated. Let's give it up for Fear.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy, uneventful lives. Many of you know I love giving these talks because our revenue grows every year. Dark side's always celebrating. I also love public speaking. Kind of ironic, isn't it? But down to business. You have a commitment to invest with us. So we are in relationship. Sounds sexy, right? The dark side calls to us, always tempts us with what we want deep down inside. What do I love about this company? Our conservative methodology is what I love. Changes for suckers. And the numbers certainly reflect that I convened that, who wrote this speech?
I did.
Is this Shane wrote this? I recently convened a private focus research group full of biased members of my choosing. And they all said the same thing. We're winning. A $1.4 billion in sales, 27% increase from the previous fiscal year. Our returns on investment pay astronomical dividends with no signs of slowing down. You can't argue with the facts. Even the pompous light workers can't touch our sales figures. Why? The simple truth. When the dark side works its magic, what do people do? They buy. They can't resist the urge to eat out at our restaurants, go on shopping sprees at the malls and find our wonderful clothes, and treat themselves with our high-end toys. They can't resist the urge because our company fills our customers' lives with magic, with wonder, and they always want more. We fulfill the deepest human longing for meaning. For that reason alone, everyone here knows who to trust, where to invest their hard-earned dollars, and what to believe in. What's our secret? One word: leadership. Strong, unwavering direction, a founding vision, a world running on the steam of commerce, of exchange, and of power-wielded responsibility. The vision came from pure inspiration, the realization that the world needs us, and everyone knows it. I started it all, And at this point, who could question my leadership? I am the truth. I am the only truth. And I am the only way. I suppose at this time I should acknowledge my executive group. Please stand up. Just kidding, sit back down. For real. Oh my gosh, sit back down, please. Give it up for deception, control, and shame. My loyal staff would all say the same thing. I'm the reason that we are all here today. I molded each one of them, and really, they are all just reflections of me. Just don't ask deception, though, am I right? Can't get a straight answer out of that guy. And that's not just because he bats for the other team. The gay team. Not the light worker team. I'll start wrapping this up before Control has one of her meltdowns. Does everyone remember the infamous staff meeting of 2012?
Let that go, please.
I do.
Who could forget?
Word to the wise, never deviate from the agenda when Control is in the meeting.
Why do we have agendas?
Then you'll really see why our business is called the Dark Side Incorporated. Oh, I guess I should say something about Shane before he takes it personally. I'm just kidding. Shane's great. Tries so hard to be liked, but you can't spell Shane without sham. Don't feel bad for him. He'll do enough of that on his own. I'm on fire tonight. In closing, I offer our projections for the next quarter.
Oh, wow, billions.
No doubt, buffered by the upcoming election, hurricane season, and of course the holidays. We all have the market cornered. We have a monopoly on the news media and politics. We have laid the foundation for the flow of news and information. Divisive issues, complex social problems, and technological addictions. And to top it off, extreme partisanship thwarting any sort of progress. This leads our populace to the inevitable truth that I am reality. It is no secret where to invest. Anywhere else would be a grave mistake. I hope you enjoy your returns while traveling during these cold months. And now, enough for pandering to our base of support. I'm off to a celebratory after party that, of course, none of you losers are invited to. Thank you, shareholders. Cheers to my good health.
the edge. No shame, I burn and I know. Oh, I know the dark side is calling. I know. Oh, I know the dark side is calling.
Yeah, I'm not offended, detective, that you pulled me in for questioning. It's part of your job. Question the wrong people? I get it. Hey, I'm on your side here. Clearly, you're going to need my help to catch the guy, so I'm willing to answer all your questions. Yeah, that's right. I go by Shane, but I prefer Chief Financial Officer of Darkside Incorporated. Fear gave me that title, trusted me like a brother, and for that I'll be forever grateful. How am I feeling? I'm outraged. I'm heartbroken. I loved him. I loved Fear. My relationship with Fear? We go way back. I got in on the ground floor of Darkside Inc. Fear valued my skill set, the way that I established long-term relationships with customers. He knew I had potential. I'm sure you can understand that concept, detective. That of potential? Oh, wait, I guess you can. Anyways, we started Darkside's most successful programs, products, and projects. Where was I last night? You're not kidding. Just a formality? Oh, okay, fine. I'm triggered, but I'll answer your deeply offensive questions. You know I was at the after party. Didn't plan it. That was all controlled. And why, she did a marvelous job. Can't pick a venue to save her life, but it was still good. She could have chosen from any of the 10 pre-approved locations I scouted, but it wouldn't have been her idea. But I can relate to basing her worth on her accomplishments. I am staying on track. Look, I saw Fear leave, pretty drunk, saying something about another meeting and fooling with his phone. He looked upset. Around midnight, I stayed until closing. I'm no lightweight. Shane can drink anybody under the table. The HAPAP? Yeah. I came up with the HAPAP all by myself. It was the one thing I worked on independently of Fear. It came in a burst of inspiration. The HAPAP, tapping your true self. It was the idea of click-on connection, content tailored specifically to you, happiness just a few keywords away. Feeling depressed about the state of the world? Here's 10 reasons to keep up hope for humanity. Are you longing for a deeper romantic connection? Our sexpert tells you how to reignite intimacy. became our best-selling product of 2018. Say, would you mind downloading the HAP app? Have you downloaded it? Would you write me a review? You don't have to if you don't want to. I won't be offended. No, seriously, it's fine. Only takes a couple of minutes. But I understand if you're too busy doing other things. Everybody's too busy for me. Yeah, that's correct. Fia did not mention the HAP app in his speech. I did notice. But you know, it didn't surprise me, honestly. Fia always kept the focus on him. Look, you're wasting your time not so subtly accusing me. I don't like what you're implying. Whoa, you should talk to control. That attention maniac will do anything to undercut the boss. She had more beef with Fia than all of us combined. You want to talk about disputes in public? They always butted heads. She never had her ideas taken seriously. If you ask me, it was her. Or deception. The new guy. Wasn't at the after party. Also, you can never trust the new guy, where their loyalty's at. Did I what? Worship? Fear? That's a bit extreme. I did say I loved him. I said that. So what? Look, what do you know about love, detective? Perhaps when you drive by Jelly Donut at 1:30 in the morning? What do you worship? I'll tell you for the last time. I wasn't angry at Fia, even when he took the credit for my ideas. I don't care about the credit. I never did.
And now he's dead. He's so dead. Forever dead and lonely now. And now he's dead. He's so dead. Forever dead and lonely now.
This may sound like a messed up eulogy to some, but trust me, it's what he would want. Fia taught me so much, and to really pay tribute to him, I need to come out a little bit. It hasn't been easy for me. It's my nature to keep quiet. Though I've struggled, my success comes from effective delegation, managing judgment and blame, chiefs of the inadequacy initiative. You don't believe you're enough, and it chokes the life out of you. It becomes your motivation. You feel small and end up extending yourself, overcompensating in order to gain acceptance, love, respect. So you accommodate others. Give your time, your money, your support, everything except what they really need, a swift kick in the pants. So no one ever gets what they really want. And this keeps me around, keeps the dark side running on fumes. It's a simple concept, really. My collaborations with Fear taught me all of these fundamental truths about humans, and I am indebted to him. The dark and liberating truth seems appropriate to truly remember him because my life reflects his greatness. I knew him best, and there will always be a place for him in my heart.
And now he's dead. He's so dead. Forever dead and lonely now. And now he's dead. He's so dead. Forever
for coming. Did you get my good side? That's 45. Okay. Hi, before I get started, I'm sorry, Doormat, where's Doormat? Hi, honey, appreciate you. It's like a little warm in here, and it would be really nice if you could just turn down the air, maybe open up the window. I think it would just be objectively more comfortable for everyone if we had a little air flowing in here. You're welcome. Okay, so I'm gonna get on with this press conference for the release of my book, and then I will open up for a couple of questions, appropriate questions only. Questions about my book, please. Any questions about the unfortunate and untimely death of Fear will not be addressed here. Get it? Good. I'm really sad that Fear isn't here to see this. He would have been so proud of me. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, I am proud to announce the release of my new tell-all, Holding On Tightly, Truths from Inside the World's Fastest Growing Empire, Darkside Inc. Did I ever think that I would become an author? No, I didn't. But what I'm learning in life is that things are really beautiful when they don't go according to your plan. In fact, if it wasn't for Fear always trampling all over my ideas and then stealing them and rebranding them as his own and then assigning the responsibility to another man in the company, well, I would have never had the inspiration or the time, for that matter, to do the writing. At first, it was just a way to process my frustration, but then I realized that we had struck gold.
Yeah, thanks, Ms. Control. Lucy Stevens from Seven Sins Magazine, which one are you? People want to know, wouldn't Fear get mad that you're making a tell-all to make him, I don't know, perhaps bad, I guess? We're bad writers, it happens. But perhaps he was trying to stop you before something so suddenly maybe happened?
So you're worried that I killed Fear because he was mad that I was releasing a tell-all. And here's the thing, honey, sweetie. I could absolutely see why you would feel that way. And I didn't want to have to go here. Yeah, at first, Fear was not happy with me when he found out about my book. But then we talked about it, and we realized that a little controversy was never bad for business. I mean, Kim Kardashian releases a sex tape, and the next thing you know, the Kardashian family is worth billions. Billions. In fact, the Kardashians are probably our biggest competitors in the Fear market. So, was Fear playing up his anger at me in order to stir some controversy in the media to draw more attention to the book and the company to increase profits? Yeah, yes. There, I said it. It's all out in the open now. I mean, there's no such thing as bad press. Am I right? Yes.
Follow-up question.
Great.
Is it true you have no alibi?
Apparently, the rules that I very clearly laid out mean nothing to anyone here. It's still all about Fear and he's not even alive. Look, you want my alibi? Fine, I'll give you my alibi. We were all partying at the tap house after the shareholders meeting, and it was a rager. I mean, I landed so uppy. And we were having a good time, tossing a few back. Even Fear, the workaholic himself, was having a good time. Next thing I know, little Miss Affirmation saunters up to me at the bar, looking so fine. She starts complimenting me, talking about how good I look in suits and Then she starts telling me that she wishes Fear would give me more of a voice in the company, basically all of the things that I wanted to hear. Next thing I know, I'm taking shots of imitation love with Fear and Shame around 11:30, and then little Miss Affirmation and I go back to my place for a little bit of pillow talk. Of course, if you were to ask her, she wouldn't tell you the truth. No, she would just tell you what you wanted to hear. So typical of her, giving me what I want and then just going on to the next person to give them what they want. She knows I can never get enough of her. You know, I was doing my best. To stay out of the way and let the investigation run its natural course, but obviously someone needs to step in and take control. You all leave me no choice. You leave me no choice. I didn't want to have to point fingers, but if you want to know who killed Fear, it was Shame. Oh yeah, it was Shame, always kissing Fear's butt in the hopes that he would someday validate him. Oh, and he was mad. He was mad Fear never gave him the credit for the Hap app, and he embedded ads in his precious little new app. Oh, in Deception, the new guy. You know, I tried to be nice to him when Fear hired him, but that man just triggers me. Ugh. Always saying one thing while his tone implies another. You know what? I really didn't want to have to do this, but you want the tea? You want the hot goss? Let me spill it for you. You can call Deception Montezuma's Revenge, because that bitch is on the run. And why would you run if you didn't have nothing to hide? You know what? I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if Shame and Deception teamed up, and now they're just trying to pin this whole thing on me. This press conference is over.
Too tired to worry Can't undo what we have done. Can't break this heart of stone. Oh, we can't put this bullets back into the gun. Can't do what we've done. Can't break this heart of stone. Oh, we can't put this bullets back into the gun. Can't do what we've done. Can't break this heart of stone. Oh, 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 can't break this heart of stone.
Okay, start live video. Okay, yes, that's what I want to do. Okay. No, that didn't do anything. Your internet connection is... Man, I paid it for the upgraded router. Oh, it's recording.
Good evening, everyone! I am reporting to you via Facebook Live from an undisclosed location that you will never find. Maybe I am vacationing in St. Petersburg, living it up in Rio. Or maybe I'm camping out in your backyard. Who knows? Where in the world is Carmen San Diego? Ha! Truth is, there never was a Carmen San Diego in the first place. That was one of my first ruses. That's actually what caught Fear's attention in the first place. He, loved my long game. Said I had one of the best poker faces on the planet. Even fooled him once or twice. But we're not here to reminisce. You're tuning in to hear the one thing that you think I'm incapable of giving you. The truth. Well, listen up, everyone, because everything I'm about to share with you is absolutely the truth. And do not give me that Kmart cookie-cutter spirituality bullcrap about how everyone has a truth. It's just not the truth. And this is truth with a capital T. But before we get started, let's be for real now for play. I'm going to deny that I had anything to do with Fear's murder. And you're not going to believe me. You're going to believe that I'm deceiving you because that's my nature, isn't it? That's all I'm good for, as if you know me. As if you know my life, know what I've been through. Rude. Because of course you don't. I am a master of pretend. And I do a real damn good job of making it look so real. That's why Fear loves me. Awkward. Loved me. That's why I'm so popular. See, control is aggressive. In your face. And she has to make a giant show and production out of every single thing that she does. And don't even get me started on shame. You think I'm dangerous? Shame is the worst. Ugh! All of those intense feelings of inadequacy mixed in with some unworthiness and a general disconnection from everything is the perfect recipe for emotional homicide. And if I can be honest, I hate them both. They are exhausting. See, I have a different tactic. I can walk into a room unnoticed. I know, shocking. And while some people are trying to micromanage the room, or engaging in another rousing game of self-deprecating humor, I've planted a little seed. And that seed begins to grow slow, but but steady. And it begins to feed on the light of your inner truth until a hole has been created for doubt to seep through. And by the time you even realize something has happened, I have left the room and you are none the wiser. Everyone takes a page from my book until I'm left with only a cover with nothing on the inside. See, I don't like confrontation of any kind. That's why I'm running. Still running. And I know it doesn't look good. I know it. But see, it doesn't matter how things look. I need you to understand something. This is all an illusion. This is all a dream. I lie, you lie, everyone lies. Congratulations. Do you know the average person lies 400 times a day? 400 times! That's more than the average person chews their food and breathes the air combined. That's more than the average person says, I love you, thank you, I'm sorry, forgive me in a given day. That's a lie. But it sounded real good, didn't it? Now, I would be lying if I said that Fear and I didn't have our issues. Everyone did, especially that night. See, I have a sixth sense about things. I can always tell when someone is deceiving me. Goes with the territory. Can't kid a kidder. And let me tell you, that entire board presentation was an entire lie. Full of erroneous estimates and falsified projections. It read like a Fox News special. Or better, a State of the Union address. And when I confronted Fear about it, he just brushed me aside, pulling out the new guy card. Oh, super original, Fear. Did you come up with that one all on your own? And then told me I needed to get a reality check. Me, a reality check. Me, a reality check. He told me that the key to success is telling people what they want to hear, not what they need to hear. Yes, I have an alibi, if you're wondering. And no, I did not go to Control's stupid party. Do you know how much I hate her running around after me, asking me every 5 minutes, am I enjoying myself, and having to lie? You think I would get used to it after a while, but it's exhausting. So I skipped the whole thing completely. Of course, you can check my Facebook feed for evidence. I checked in at the game room at Circus. Ooh, and then I went to Puzzle Room Reno. They have a brand new mystery, it stoned me. And then I went and saw the live action remake of The Lion King. I loved it. Now, can you call it a live action remake when it is entirely CGI? Who's deceiving who now? I made a vow to myself a very long time ago that I would never deceive myself. The last time I did that is when I convinced myself that wearing skinny jeans that were ripped at the knees was a good look for me. It wasn't. See, I always knew where I stood with Fear. Fear wasn't my friend. Fear wasn't my boss. He wasn't my lover. He wasn't my confidant. He was my boss. But apparently Shame and Control missed the memo on that one, following him around like he owed them something. Truth is, I think they enjoyed the suffering. Liked it. Used it. Got off on it. So when fear asked me to turn the other way, it did not surprise me, nor did it bother me. Half of my face is always masked. I just made sure that was the half that turned away.
Finally.
She calls this meeting and is the last to arrive. Shocking.
Oh my God, thank you both so much for coming here.
No sparkling waters for us?
I didn't have a budget.
Can we just get on with this, please? Some of us have lives.
Wanna get off your phone?
Oh, I'm paying attention. By the way, I'm a great multitasker. Oh, and I'm almost done.
Classy. Our company's getting roasted all over the interwebs, and meanwhile, you're just dying.
For your information, I'm updating our social media. You're welcome.
Okay, since when have you been in charge of dark-siding social media?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
Cute. Well, just make sure you're using all of my thoroughly vetted talking points. Look, we've got a major damage control situation here, so I invited you here today so that we can all hack it out. Which one of you killed the old man? The sooner that we can get on the same page, the sooner that we can control the story in the media, the sooner we can restore the company's image.
Well, I would ask you first, actually.
Why would I call the meeting if I didn't, Doy?
Because that's exactly what a homicidal killer with a type A personality and control issues would do. Say, isn't your name Control? Give me a C!
That's all you've got, two-faced McGee?
Ooh! No! There's also fierce timely death, which seems to be happening right around the release of your tell-all book, generating a lot of press and attention for you. It sounds a little orchestrated, even for you.
Lame. Both of you should have enough business sense to know that the book would have been more controversial and hence sold more copies if you were alive. In fact, I'm looking pretty disgraceful right now, criticizing his leadership for 200 pages, now that he's 6 feet under.
About that. Your long-standing beef with Thea. What's it rooted in?
Oh, the ever-predictable psychoanalysis from Shane.
You always resisted working on the inadequacy initiative.
Oh, God.
Whenever we discussed it, you would check out with the most intensely bored expression on your face.
Like that.
Why was that?
Because it's boring. Oh, the inadequacy initiative. Oh, I'm an adult who feels inadequate because I have an inner wounded child. My inner wounded child was simply never loved by a parent because they were never truly loved by a parent, and so on and so forth and blah. It's just kid stuff.
Kid stuff that moved more products than you ever did, and so successful because it digs at the inner child starving for affection in all of us. You know, fierce belief in inadequacy triggered your own.
Speaking of kid stuff, what was that? Also, you were too busy being caught up in a perpetual storm of passive aggressiveness and micromanaging every single company outing in some vain attempt to get fear to notice you and like you. Oh, I thought we were on the same
Just a minute, Control. You think you're better than everybody else. That your way is better. You always have to be right.
I am always right, and I am better than you. That's not news. That's objective fact. And if you add it all up, it doesn't amount to murder, just a bunch of children whining. You want to talk about kid stuff? How about we talk about your pathetic fangirl crush on Fear?
Ooh, yeah, let's switch gears.
All right.
Unrequited love much? Aw, poor shame. Fear didn't love anyone, not even himself.
I hired him. I was loyal to him. I was devoted. You can't say the same, Deception. But I wasn't in love with the old man.
Okay, that's believable, Mr. Creepily Silent Wallpaper of Worship!
Yeah, and I get it, okay? I'm a fence setter. I love how it feels on my butt, okay? But what did devotion ever get you, okay? Did it get you praise? No, I don't think so. Did it get you acknowledgement? No, I don't think so. Did it get you a seat at the table? No, I don't think so.
And triple the points, he trampled all over your little baby, the Hap-App. Oh, your epic vision of the Hap-App certainly didn't contain ads embedded within the content.
I didn't care about the ads. I just wanted it to be successful.
Ooh, I'm not buying it.
Hey, I was super proud of my original idea, okay? But I'm not an idiot. I knew that we would have to diversify revenue streams with ads. I knew that when presenting Hap-App to the board.
Yeah, but you were always sucking up to Fear, always kissing his butt, and the pathetic little hope that one day, should you ever maybe come up with some kind of a halfway decent idea, he would let you run with it. But he never did. Oh no. He never did.
And instead of wallowing in self-pity, you know, your usual Debbie Downer ammo, you struck out like a viper. And you splintered off and you formed your own company. Woo! Oh, you didn't know this?
What are you talking about?
Remember, my game is the long game. So it didn't come as a shock to me when I was hanging out with the other shareholders at the Circus instead of going to your lame party control where nobody enjoyed themselves. And the shareholders were sharing with me that you were poaching them for seed money for the Hap-App.
You disgust me. All your self-righteous sermons to me about loyalty. You should be ashamed of yourself. Oh, wait a minute.
I'll admit, okay, maybe I was a little upset about the ads, but you guys got it all wrong. I still trusted Fear's judgment. Just wanted to prove that I could do it for him.
Oh, God.
Do it for us.
Daddy issues.
Oh, totally.
If anybody should be ashamed of themselves, it's Deception.
Oh, why not? Waste your time interrogating me. Give me all you got.
What do you got on Deception? Shamey boy? Shamey O'Hara? Shame Redemption?
Done?
Shame.
How about your disappearance after Fear's murder?
Oh, God.
For starters, can it explain? And do not insult us with that I don't like confrontations crap.
Yeah, we're all tired of that one, so just.
Oh, I am sorry. What would you like to hear? Because no matter what I say, you're just gonna say that I'm lying. So, what will make you happy?
I don't know, a little less condescension.
And could you just please drop the predictable, loaded responses full of metaphysical commentary? How about a straight answer for once?
Oh, you want a straight answer? Paula Abdul, that's rich coming from you. Fine, you want it? I was afraid. I was afraid you two biatches would throw me underneath the bus. You being the more senior members, emphasis on senior, means that you are more susceptible to fear's blatant demonstrations of power and manipulation.
Sounds like your fear of accusation and then running off is a convenient cover for murdering the head honcho.
Ooh, Shane's a little maniacal, but girl's got a point. He has nothing on your powers of manipulation, deception, always thinking 3 steps ahead, staging a somewhat believable fight scene with a somewhat believable alibi, and you were mysteriously and unexcusably absent at my super amazing, fantastic, best ever after party. Perhaps preparing for murder?
I got a question for you, Deception. How did you feel when fear lied to you?
Ooh. Plot twist.
How did it feel? Yes!
How did it feel?
Listen, the average person eyes for
Back on the maid and redirect! Answer the question!
I hated it! I knew it! Is that what you wanted to hear? Oh, hated it! Everyone expects me to lie! And even though I am undeniably insanely popular,
It's true.
no, I am not loved. Fear lies and he is celebrated. Fear lies and he is applauded. He is respected. Fear is a liar. And nobody seems to care. I am always the new guy. I move from company to company. And do you know why? No, because you're rude and you'll never ask. Because whenever there's a controversy, whenever there's an accusation that is thrown my way, what is my recourse? So I run. But you want some truth right now, so open your mouth and swallow wide. I did not care enough about fear to murder him. Fear was part of the old vanguard, and I knew eventually evolution would take care of him. But apparently one of you 2 vanguard wannabes beat me to the punch. So how does that land in your world?
You want to know how this lands?
How does it feel?
This did not go according to my plan!
It never does! When are you gonna learn that?
Maybe, I don't know, when you finally stand up and accept your due recognition?
Maybe my deception finally comes clean.
Or maybe when we get it on the agenda, the police department open up!
Shit!
They're here for you too.
It's what you do, it's what you see. I know if I'm haunting you, you must be haunting me. It's where we go, it's where we'll be. I know if I'm haunting you, I'm haunting you, haunting you, you must be on to me. It's what you do, it's what you do, it's what you see, it's what you see. I know that I'm haunting you, you must be haunting me. It's where we go.
We're going to be giving away prizes if you guessed correctly. So you should have received a ticket. You write your first and last name on it. And then come up and bring it in the bucket of the person that you think killed fear.
It's what you do, it's what you see. I know if I'm haunting you, you must be haunting me. It's where we go, it's where we'll be. I'm haunting you, and you, and you, and you, and you, and you, and probably you, and probably you, and me. Ladies and gentlemen, we have an update from the Reno Police Department. They've apprehended the killer. Ooh.
statement before we take you away.
Spent my whole life trying to make other people visible. Fear mostly. He encouraged all of my ideas, ran with them, took the credit, which of course led to my invisibility. I went above and beyond so that he would really see me. And he never did. And I loved him so much it didn't matter. The Hap app was different though. And the truth is, I didn't care about the ads. I cared about the intent. I wanted it to truly liberate people. If we did that, the public would trust us more. If we did what's right for once, we'd reach a higher level of success and make more money. But fear saw it another way. Wanted people to become dependent on the app for happiness. Keep them in the loop of consuming. He didn't want the Hap app's purpose to be breaking your personal chains. And that was the moment I broke from him. For the first time in my life, I wanted to do the right thing, empower people instead of shame them. Fear disagreed, put me down for it, told me I lost myself. My whole life, I've been trying to break this cycle of being artificially genuine and genuinely artificial. And the first time I did that, I was shamed for it. It drove me over the edge. All I could think about, when could I strike at his most vulnerable? When could I cause the most damage? I knew I'd get caught too. That's my destiny. This whole speech is sounding a little prepared, isn't it? It's my time to finally take the credit. Not only did I kill fear, I'm killing everybody.